Welcome back, everybody, man. With the aftermath of Blaydes and Pavlovich, I feel like, let's do some fight picks afterwards. You know what I mean? What fights to make for these guys in the future, and fights I want to see these guys, and fights that I want to see, you know what I mean, for these guys, especially the winners, who came out on top. So, let's get straight into it, right? First fight I do want to see, Muhammad Usman, right, versus Andrei Arlovski, right? Andrei Arlovski is a super vet in this thing, man. He's already former champion, multiple times, so he's a super vet. I mean, great for him. He's like 40 something years old though, like he's up there. But I believe Usman's up there too with age, so I'm just like, why am I not scrap with these guys? I really wasn't a huge fan of Muhammad's performance. I'm really not. He's not Kamaru, and I don't, you shouldn't expect him to be, but it's one of those things where it's like, I think he lost, man. Hey, I'm just being honest. I felt like Junior Tafa did a lot. He even hurt him. He hurt him a couple of times. It's crazy. That's just my take. I mean, all he did was hold him down, man. He just held him down and Tafa rocked him, man. I think like round 1 or 2 or something like that. Like he hurt him, man. Like, it's to be more about damage versus like this control. And I don't know what it is. I thought fights were won off damage, man. And I'm starting to learn like it's more about points. Who can outpoint the guy instead of who does the most damage? It is weird. Like, Tafa did more damage and then Mo just outpoints him. So I just feel like, why not just, have an Arlovski fight somebody who's not, top 10, but somebody who's well known so Muhammad could get in there. Somebody at least he could be motivated enough to fight. I think maybe that's what it is with Muhammad. He's just not motivated. So I really want to see him get in there with somebody who will motivate him. And I believe a 6'4" veteran will motivate him. Someone who's going in there to kill, that's what the pit bull's doing. So I really want to see him versus Andrei Arlovski, man, for that fight. All right, moving along. Now, another fight I wanted to see is Norma Dumont. I want to see her get right back in there. She dominated Carol Rosa. Carol Rosa did clip her though. Like, she did get her, she did tag her. But she got like a cut on her though. But you know what I mean? Like, that was like the only significant damage. But Norma just stormed right through her. So I really feel like Norma should set it up with Macy Chiasson or Chiasson. Really, because I know they mixed it up before. I know they fought in the past, and Macy missed weight, and you know how that is. You miss weight and you go in there, she still lost, or she still won, but Macy won the fight, but it's just like you miss weight, so there's that asterisk over it. So I really like them to run that back. So I feel like that fight would be great for these girls. Macy hasn't fought since like last September. So I'm just like, this is perfect for her. Norma just fought. She really took no damage other than that little cut. I think they can bounce right back. Maybe get on the maybe the Nunes card, or you know what I mean, a future card, just right in the future somewhere, maybe even International Fight Week. But I feel like Norma, man, just get back in there, get that fight back, get that win back. You know what I mean? Because girl, Macy did miss weight, so I feel like they should just mix it up. This whole fight was weird. It was a split decision anyway. So for Macy, she was a split decision win for her. So it's just like, no, let's run it back. Let's run it back with proper weight, proper cuts, and then let's get back in there, man. I feel like it's perfect for them, perfect for these girls to get back in there. And I know I probably want. I'm sure Norma wants that fight back. So I feel like that's the fight to make for these two girls, man. But yeah, man, moving along. All right, man, we're gonna move it along to bantamweight, man. What a great, impressive win for Montel Jackson, man. KO punching Ronnie Yaya, man. I had Ronnie Yaya going into it. I thought, the veteran would get some type of submission, man. He's had so many, but he got KO brutally. So Montel Jackson to mix it up with none other than Chris Gutierrez. All right, that's the fight to make, man. To me, I feel like those two should mix it up. Chris Gutierrez is coming off that loss to another veteran, Pedro Munoz. Very back and forth fight, but I think this will really give a fire to Chris Gutierrez, and this would give a fire to Montel Jackson, man. I think both of these guys need to mix it up. They're similar in the rankings somewhere, so I feel like, man, this will be a fireworks fight. All right, you got some of the fastest hands from Montel Jackson. I originally wanted Montel Jackson to face some more different competition, but I feel like this would be a good test for him, honestly. Chris Gutierrez, all right? Chris Gutierrez is going to be hard to, stop, hard to finish. He's going to push that pace. So I feel like this will be a good fight for Montel Jackson, man, coming off that great win. So yeah, man, this right here, this is the fight to make, man. This is the fight to make right here for bantamweight, Montel Jackson versus Chris Gutierrez, all right? Now, let's keep it going, all right? Now, lightweight bout between Christos Giagos and John Makdessi. That needs to happen, all right? That needs to happen, right? I like Giagos, man. He fought, like he said in his post-fight, he needed this win. He needed to go out there and make a statement, and he did, KOing Ricky Glenn in the first round. Ricky Glenn did look old and slow, but let's not take that away from Giagos, man. He went in there and knocked him out straight cold. So I really feel like he should mix it in there with John Makdessi. I know you're thinking, like, why John Makdessi? Why not John Makdessi so he can get on that Canada card? All right, both of them on that Canada card. Maybe they kick it off with the prelims, or they hit that main card and they kick off the main card. But that would be great for that Canada card. You know what I mean? I really feel like that. Bring John Makdessi home to Canada and let him fight, Christos Giagos, man. I feel like that will be a major fight. Fight of the night written all over that. You know how John Makdessi brings it, man. He throws spinning stuff. He's in your face. He's like, you know what I mean? He never quits, man. He is killer be killed. So that will be a good fight for Giagos, man. A great crafty veteran in John Makdessi in Canada on the Nunes card, man. Make sure that happens. That needs to happen, man. All right, so that's just my pick for the lightweight bout right there, man. With those guys, they could even kick it off, man. They can kick off the headline, or not headline, but they could kick off. I can even see this. So, this could be some type of on the main card, kick out the main card. But what do you guys think, man, about this, man? Let's keep it going. We got another fight at welterweight. All right, Jeremiah Wells, man. He defeated Matthew Semmelsberger. Split decision. A lot of people say it was controversial, man. It kind of was. Jeremiah, like I said in the video, it was very disappointing performance from him. I really didn't see anything special. It's more points. It was more points, and Matthew Semmelsberger did more damage. This is another fight where it's just like Justin Tafa and Muhammad Usman, where more output of damage, more damage was done. And then there was just more of an output of offensive wrestling and takedowns and things. It's just like, why does points count more than damage? Like, Semmelsberger did way more damage. He hurt Jeremiah Wells. But again, man, like, Jeremiah Wells gets the decision. So I feel like, hey, man, get him right back in there. Feed him to none other than Michael Morales, man. Michael Morales, man, let me tell you something about Michael Morales. Michael Morales is 14-0. He is a straight killer, okay? He's a straight killer. He's super young. He's like 20-something, 21, 22, something like that. He's super young, crafty. I've watched 2 of his fights, and I like, they put them on the UFC all the time. They put his fights, but just look his fights up, guys. The guy knows he has great finishing rate. He is a killer, young killer. And not only that, he is so tall. As you see right here, he is so tall for the division, man. He's so big. He is a big, young guy, man. I think he cuts serious weight. He has to. He has to cut serious weight. But I feel like give Jeremiah Wells this guy. Let's give Jeremiah Wells Michael Morales, okay? Okay? Not Miles Morales, but Michael Morales. All right, let's give him the young, crafty Spider-Man. All right, let's give him the welterweight giant here, man. I swear, man, let's go. Let's go, man. Young, crafty guy, man. Can Jeremiah Wells hang like that? I don't know, man, but we're going to find out. Let's find out. The UFC, let's find out. Jeremiah Wells versus Michael Morales, man. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Moving along to middleweight, man. Let's do this, man. We got Kelvin Gastelum versus Bruno Silva, okay? Now, I know I put in my last video, Kelvin Gastelum. He's fresh off his win versus Chris Curtis. Great fight. I still think, though, man, we couldn't get in with Sean Strickland, I'm sorry, respectively. We could not get in with Sean Strickland. He has a fight already. He's fighting Malcolm Madoff. So you probably know how that's going to go, though, right? When it ends with, man, But Sean Strickland's book. So Kelvin Gastelum needs somebody, and who other than Bruno Silva, who just got a vicious KO over Brad Tavares. I mean, again, guys, I sat here on my previous video and I told you no one's knocking out Brad Tavares, and boom, somebody knocks out Brad Tavares. And I was just like, come on. Brad's still solid to me, though, man. He still chin checks anybody in that top division, especially top 7. Top 7 middleweights there. He beats anybody. But Bruno Silva has amazing punching power. I should have expected this because he gave Poatan a fight for his life too. So Bruno Silva has hands of stone, hands of gold, Golden Glove boxer, right? So get him in there with Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin Gastelum will fight anybody, no matter if they have power, they have strength, they have speed, wrestling, they're taller, they're larger. It doesn't matter. They're always going to be bigger than Kelvin. So he's used to this, and I feel like Kelvin will mix it up and make it a great fight. He can take the punches because Kelvin can take punches all day. They talk about Max Holloway and his chin, but they never talk about Kelvin Gastelum. He could take a punch. He'll take 80 punches and throw 5 back. Like, he's one of those guys, man. He can take it all day. Tough guy. So I feel like mixing it up, man. Mix it up with Bruno Silva. This is a great fight. Get Kelvin Gastelum back in there. International Fight Week. Maybe a June card. Maybe they headline their own thing. That would be great. Something for Bruno Silva, man. Give him some credit. And then something for Kelvin Gastelum, man. Get him some hype out there, man. Because I really want to see him, man. I don't want this to be his last fight. I want him to get another run. So let Kelvin Gastelum get Bruno Silva, man. Let this happen, guys, all right? Moving along. Sad to say, but the lightweight bout between Bobby Green and Jared Gordon was going great. Jared Gordon was pushing the pace. Jared Gordon was, throwing some, some decent shots and landing on Bobby. And it was really like, it was kind of shaky for a second. Like, it had me looking at the screen like, wow, wait, what's going on? And boom, then the collide of heads. Apparently, Bobby Green says he was going for an inside, elbow, and it missed, and they collided heads, unfortunate. And then he just viciously grabs and pounds him. Crazy, right? And Jared Gordon's out for the count. I don't know if he went out like KO, because I know the rule thing is if you're KO, it's like 6 months, and I don't want Bobby Green to have to wait to do a rematch with Jared Gordon in November. So hopefully it didn't look like he was out cold. It just looked like he did get hurt, but hopefully they can run it back somewhere in like August or July, maybe like late July, put him on the card or something. Bobby seemed to be very upset about his pay too. So he's upset with the UFC right now. So it's just a whole ordeal, man. It's an accident. It's a no contest. It's an accidental head clash, man. It can happen. It does happen, and it did happen. So I feel like it ain't the first, it ain't the last. So I feel like both of them should mix it up. It was a great fight. I want one of them to fight Paddy Pimblett, okay? That was my original thing, was Bobby Green versus Paddy, but I feel like that would be unfair to Jarrett because it was an accidental head clash. Because I was like, get Bobby Green back in there with Paddy Pimblett somewhere in August or something, but that wouldn't be fair to Jarrett because, again, it was a no contest accidental head clash. So the two should run it back as soon as possible, as soon as Jarrett's able to go because he did get hurt. But, yeah, man, let's get out of there. But let's get the main event. All right, let's get the main event. Sergey Pavlovich, okay, versus Cyril Gane. No, Sergey Pavlovich versus Cyril Gane. I feel like this fight better than I know everybody keeps saying John Jones, but the thing is, John Jones is set. John Jones is set on who he wants. He wants that legacy. John Jones wants to be undoubtedly the greatest fighter that we've ever seen, and you need to beat Stipe to do that. You can't just be beating on Sergey. He's not the greatest heavyweight. I don't care. He's like, you know what I mean? I like Sergey. Don't get me wrong. He stars tied to Tuivasa. Some I thought he couldn't beat Bam Bam. I really didn't think he could beat Bam Bam. Especially on the feet, man. Bam Bam throws it. Derek Lewis too, man. Like, come on, man. It's most knockouts in UFC. Like, it's like, no, man. But Sergey he's a tank, man. That's cool. But I feel like, bro, you got to wait your turn. You got to wait your turn. You were fighting Maurice Green. You know what I mean? Like Maurice Green. 6 knockouts in a row. Maurice Green, bro. So I'm just like, nah, man. Like, look, have him fight Cyril Gane. No, have him fight Cyril Gane on the same card as John Jones and Stipe. Why not just do that? Or have them headline their own card. Cyril Gane versus Sergey Pavlovich. Please. That is a fun fight. That is a fun fight. you already know how Cyril Gane comes. He didn't get hurt versus his John Jones fight. He didn't get hurt at all. I think he has something coming in there pre-existing, but that should be cleared by now. So I'm just like, get Cyril Gane in there and have him fight. Have him fight. Get him a fight. He needs a fight. Have him fight Sergey. And if Sergey can beat Cyril Gane, if Sergey can beat Cyril Gane, then boom. That's how you know it should be a John Jones thing. If John Jones wants it, to be honest, I'm not rushing it because it's John Jones. He's the heavyweight champ. It's his asking. It's who he wants, and he wants that legacy. He wants to be the greatest heavyweight because he was the greatest light heavyweight. So, boom, he wants Stipe. That fight's gonna happen, regardless if it's in November, if it's in July, whenever it is next year. It's gonna happen. That's the fight he wants. The man waited 3 years to do this. He will wait for that fight. So Sergey in between it, I don't want him to have to wait. He should be fighting Cyril Gane. So there it is, guys. Those are the fights to make after. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Appreciate it, man. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Subscribe to your boy, man. And I'll see you on the next video, man. Hey, I got another video coming for you guys, man. 10 things that I feel like the UFC needs to change. So, yeah. I'll see you on the next episode.